Hey everyone, this is Max at MaxCTCG. Thanks for joining me in another video. So we have a new Overdose on terrifying new reptilian terrors, some new reptile support that we're going to check out from Yugo Organization doing the translation. So I'll have the link below if you want to check it out, and we'll jump into the card. Only a few cards and one's a repeat, so should go pretty quickly. So first card here is Vouiburial, the Dragon Undertaker, level 10 Dark Illusion Effect Monster, attack 3000, defense 0. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by battle. During the main phase, if a monster or monsters your opponent controls is sent to the graveyard, you can activate the following effect based on where this card is at activation, but you can only use each effect of Vouiburial Dragon Undertaker once per turn, and special summon this card, field, make one effect monster your opponent controls lose 1500 attack, then its attack becomes 0. By this effect, you can destroy it. So it's kind of an interesting card. You know, one, it's an illusion, so it has that standard illusion tax that a lot of them have, not all of them. I think it would have been cool if they would have kept it consistent, but you know, it can't be destroyed by battle, so that's cool. So you got this big beat stick, but you know, neither player's monsters are going to be destroyed by battle. So that's kind of this kind of cool thing that this card has. But at the end of the day, it's also a hand trap. It's not the best hand trap, but it is one, and I believe how it's wording, the effect here is that you can use each of the following hand and field once per turn. So when your opponent does anything like link or fuse a wave of monsters they control, you know, then you can summon this card out into the field, and then whenever they do it again, you can make one effect monster your opponent controls lose 1500 attack, and if its attack becomes 0, you destroy the card. So that would be kind of like you would ideally try to probably destroy weaker cards so they lose those bodies. So it does take quite a bit of setup. You know, they wanted to send something in the grave just to get it onto the field, and then once it's on the field, they'd have to, you know, summon again to then destroy a card. I don't think it's great. Overall, it's a little too slow, and your opponent gets a lot of time to do this, and it really doesn't negate or anything. It just destroys the card if its attack goes to 0. And sometimes removing the body could be good. I think it would need to be something where, like, you know, it's a deck that wants to link summon multiple times, like link into a link 1, and then you summon this out, and then by linking into a link 2 and you destroy it, kind of ends their turn. You know, that would be kind of what you're looking for, I think, for this. So I think it would have to be very specific, but it is interesting. It is a huge beat stick that you get to summon onto the field, so that's kind of cool. But overall, I'm not sure if there's enough for this card to be good, but interesting nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this is a playable hand trap, or, you know, do you think it's just kind of you know, would have to be very specific to see play. And so this one we've already read before, so I'll have in the cards like linked to the original video where we discussed this a little bit more in depth, but overall it's an okay card. So next we have Haggard, Lizardose, link to water reptile, link effect monster, attack 800, links bottom and right, materials 2 monsters with different names. You can banish one monster from your face-up field or graveyard with 2000 or less attack, then target one face-up monster on the field, make its attack become equal to the original attack of the monster banished to activate this effect until the end of this turn. Then if you banish a monster that was originally a reptile, draw one card. You only use each effect of Haggard Lizardose once per turn. So this card has some interesting aspect, mostly due to the draw. I think it would have to be something where there's some type of synergy for link climbing with this card for it to be playable. Something where you link into a card, you banish that reptile, you know, the reptile has an effect when banished to summon itself out. You get to draw an extra card, you link into a link 3 because it doesn't lock you in any way. That's kind of how I would see this card being playable, but I don't know if there's something like that that really has that synergy. There are some reptiles in Ragnarika deck that's coming out, so maybe there's some synergy there. I know they have some cards that work with being banished and summoning out and things like that, so maybe that could be a link climbing play for that deck to draw more cards. So I could see it potentially having some play. I think it'd be very niche if it does see some play, and we're just kind of got to see what happens with this card in the future, but something interesting to think about, and maybe a reptile deck, again, that can link climb. I think that's where I'm seeing, you know, this had the most potential. But overall, I think the artwork looks awesome on this card, and it's really cool. I hope we get, you know, maybe an upgraded rarity on this, like a super at some point. That'd be really pretty. So really cool looking card. All right, so let me know what you guys think of the cards in this video. Do you think these new reptile support cards are good? You know, do we think, you know, this new dragon and illusion card are good? You know, or are these kind of just cards and too situational to see play? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and I'll see you there.